And there are two Portuguese wildcards to talk about. One of them is already out. One of them is coming up next. And this is a great hit for Michel Bourez. Here we go. This wave has got structure. And oh my gosh, how about these turns? Michel Bourez goes huge. And that right there will be a very good number to talk about for the next minute or two, Ross, because how is the angles and the power from that man?
Yeah, it's just incredible. You know, and I was thinking about Michel Bourez before he even took off on that wave. He's got a baby coming at home, so that, you know, we talked about earlier today, it was baby season. Everyone's having babies on tour. So that's the thing to think about for Michel Bourez is where is his focus? But he'd be thinking, hey, diapers are expensive. And you could see the intent on that wave, Gigs, that he just went nuts.
Well, I tell you what, it was a great performance, and I'll tell you someone who will be watching that very closely is John Florence, and well, taking over, he'll be taking on Federico Moraes. We're going to go down to Rosie Hodge. You'll be down on the beach because the crowd will be packing in for that one.
That's right, John Florence has just run down to massive applause, but Frederic Moraes just ran through the crowd, and he also got the similar kind of reception. So everyone is frothing over this heat. I can't really pick a favorite out of the crowd because everyone was pretty appreciative of both of them.
Well, Rosie, it's a big one. We're looking forward to that. It is so hard to forecast. We'll talk lots more about that because that is our next heat teeing up. Federico Moraes, the dangerous wild card, taking on the world #1 John Florence. World title implications become the forefront of discussion. Of course, Gabriel Medina as well in the round coming up next. And, well, it is so close at the top of the Jeep leaderboard that either John or Gabriel Medina cannot afford to slip here in round 3.
No, it's they're staring right down the barrel, both of them.
Yep.
You know, it's become very black and white. Although, you know, of course, you got guys like Jordy Smith just hanging in the balance, waiting to produce a big result to jump in. But let's take a close look at these 3 big moves. That one right there, beyond vertical, got a good flow right here, a lot of speed, didn't get any bobbles, and that was crazy. That might have just taken over the best move of the event right there. So right there, huge score, Gigs, 9.7 for 3 turns, no barrel involved. Usually a score that high, you're getting barreled, but that's all Spartan right here. That's his nickname, Powerhouse. 3 turns right there, and a bonus turn into whitewash, and still managed to slide the tail. So that second turn, I don't know if it gets much more legit than that.
Wow, 9.7 sees the single highest ride of this year's event. And let's have a look how he constructed this. This is where the big meat comes.
Right here. Boom, beyond vertical. And he managed to kind of have that vertical poke into a power move by really stomping on it. So you see a handful of competitors on tour that are able to produce that kind of turn. I think of Nat Young, I think of Wiggly. Michel Bourez, you know, he is no slouch on his backhand. That's where he's gotten some big wins in his career. Again, he knows that he just threw down a big score.
Again, equipment underfoot featuring those carbon structures and flex patterns, Ross. I know you're riding something similar to that, so I mentioned it earlier, Bourez really evolving with his equipment this year and looking lethal.